Richard DeLisi and his older brother Ted were raised in New York and taught to value family and dear friends above all else.
He was my youngest brother in the family. I was the oldest and he was the youngest, and there was 5 of us. And we were always close.
Richie, as he was known around the neighborhood, was a fun-loving kid who enjoyed making other people laugh and protecting his friends.
I remember from our teenage years how you always made people smile and how people liked being around you.
He took care of my brother when my brother was in a bad way. And you never forget when people do good for your family.
But Richard was hiding a painful secret. Battling severe dyslexia, Richard could not read or write. Richard struggled in school and dropped out at the age of 16. The brothers saw cannabis as a way to build a better life. In 1988, the lives of both Richard and Ted DeLisi would be turned upside down. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement arrested the brothers, who would later learn that it was one of their own friends who served as a confidential informant working against them. Though the sentencing guideline for their crimes was 12 to 17 years, both Richard and Ted received shocking sentences of 90 years.
Well, I remember Richard and Ted's case when it happened. It was part of a overall government propaganda campaign where you saw the war on drugs really focusing very heavily on cannabis. And it was, in my opinion, an act of state terrorism. It was designed to scare all of us away from any kind of contact with the plant. So there were a series of cases like that, and his, unfortunately, was one of them.
A series of tragedies continued to devastate the DeLisi family, while Richard waited helplessly behind bars. Richard's youngest son and his wife both passed away just a few months apart. His daughter Ashley was severely injured in a car accident that would leave her paralyzed. And even though his brother Ted was released in 2013, Richard's own appeal was denied. At a time when things seemed darkest, a ray of hope began to shine. Together with advocacy groups from around the country, the nonprofit Last Prisoner Project was working to set Richard free.
A lot of my friends and family and myself even, we got busted, we got locked up. And visiting all those folks in jail and working through their legal cases and having their family members and their children suffer from this war that's just been so horrible for all of us to endure really has given me really the opportunity to do this work.
It was absolutely time to do everything in our power towards his release.
Comprised of a team of industry leaders, legal experts, and social justice advocates, Last Prisoner Project is committed to freeing every last person in prison for cannabis offenses.
Hearing about something that I could actually help with, that I could use my education and my abilities to help, reunite a grandfather or whoever with their families, that was something I really wanted to assist with. Because the reality is every individual who is incarcerated, they have family members outside, and those family members are doing time with their loved ones just as if they were in there.
After serving over 32 years in prison, Richard DeLisi got the phone call he had dreamed of. Richard was going to return home to his family.
Can't say how happy I am that he's home. I waited 7 years before.
Today really is Christmas for him because now he's out and you don't ever have to go back there.
Richard's release has felt like a gift to thousands of us, family members, advocates, and supporters who have worked and waited for this day to arrive.
We are looking forward to, being able to see you now in person, to spend more time with you, and just so many exciting things.
God, I can't wait to see you again. From the heart. God bless you.
You're one of the good people, man, and I'm glad you're home. I'm glad you're home during this season of the holiday time, because holiday time to me is not about you know, a guy riding around in a sled and whatever. It's about family.
It's a disgrace that we've seen families broken up, and for terrible amount of years. I mean, 32 years. You're an inspiration to a lot of people, and I just wish you all the best and all the success in your future.
Richard DeLisi, welcome home. Welcome home, welcome home.
Richard DeLisi's release is an inspiring victory for the entire social justice community, but the work is far from over.
I can, on some small level, you know, relate to some level of suffering surrounding the cannabis plant, and also I can also relate to the sense of redemption. And this idea of serving as a symbol for something larger.
The mission of Last Prisoner Project is very clear and specific. We will work, and we will not stop working until we secure the release of every single cannabis prisoner on planet Earth and make sure that they're given the resources they need to rebuild the lives that were stolen from them. That is a huge task, but it's not an infinite task.
In 2018, well over 600,000 people were arrested for cannabis in this country. 2020, it'll be well over 600,000 again. When is this going to stop? When are we as the people going to stand up and say enough is enough?
Join us in this groundbreaking initiative where we team up with allies, experts, and community leaders to transform our systems.
We believe in this. We will not rest until everyone who is incarcerated for a nonviolent cannabis crime is out of jail, out behind bars. They are out and have their freedom.
Welcome home, Richard. Now it's time to bring them all home.